Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back to another episode of Valhalla Vanguard in Aurora 4X. And as I said at the end of the previous episode, I did now start scrapping some of the older Athenians, and we also started building the newer ones. They're going to be done October in 2 years from now, which is a fair bit of time, so we're not going to scrap more than 3 right now until we have the newer Athenians to replace them. I think we can scrap the 3 though. We just need to be a bit on the defensive side for the time being, I feel like. Also, have we started? No, we haven't started working on the capital ship engines yet. Which might be a bit of a problem. A tiny bit at that. But yeah, these will actually then make building the new Athenians, I believe. Let me check that. Just to be on the safe side. So if you have a look at the Athenian 2... yeah, it doesn't have the capital engine. So, what we can do then is, we'll say, actually, if we have a look at the components summary, cost, the engine is 40%, so we can save up a lot of time for building the new ones once we get the engines. Of course, for these first ones, it's not going to save up much. Well, actually, it's not going to help at all, but we'll get them eventually. But while we're waiting for that, I think we're just going to keep the time running as much as we can, really, because the mineral shortage is still plaguing us on Mimir. Although let's actually also process this tick. Okay, new allied contact, excellent. Shipyard modified for Spike 2. Great. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start building 2 of the newer spikes, or Spike 2Bs. And then we're going to probably replace, or at least keep the other patrol, or the first patrol that is currently... we're going to keep that probably at the reserve. Don't think I want to scrap them entirely. Not yet anyway, but probably later on, because they're not all that great. They can fire small missiles and salvos very quickly, but that's about it. Right, so these we want to construct. We'll be constructing to the patrol reserve. Now these are also fairly expensive, but we'll do 2 of them. They should be finished actually in July, in 2 years from now. Okay, so it's still rather far away, to be fair. Right, so I wanted to check Mimir mining currently. Yeah, the uranium is still a problem there. We haven't gotten the mass driver here yet. Once we do, we will be feeding enough uranium here to keep the unit production going. Speaking of which, we're currently getting 1 brigade headquarters here. It's taking a long while though. Maybe we should get another replacement battalion actually. But we do have a decent bit of army here already, mostly construction brigades and then some garrisons and replacements. And a little bit mobile infantry. Which is there mostly in case we find something bad. Hopefully we don't, but it's actually, speaking of which, how many... We've still got over 300, so actually we've already gone about 25% of the installation so far, and it's not too bad. Considering that we've found already 4 research labs and ground force training facilities, terraforming installations. Of course, our biggest problem is that we can't really find more population from the installations, because that would be quite helpful. So we're trying to fix the issue here, and also the oxygen levels over here aren't too bad. Unfortunately, the speed that we are producing is rather low. Right, we started building new ships, so let's just keep on going. But yeah, I suspect that the NPRs are building a huge amount of ships, especially their civilians probably. Okay, tractors released on Alta. So we now have secondary mining going on at over here. Mining actually decent now with just 1. I'm okay with that. Of course, now we do need to rename the fleet. Also, how we managed to get... The stockpile is rather low, actually. Hopefully they will Oh, is there a mass driver here? Hold on a minute. I suppose the civilian mining complexes do act as mass drivers. But we're going to send that to Njord, I suppose. Check if that works. I'm going to take a small step here. We also did get another ordnance factory and... Oh! That's interesting. And no, it doesn't look like it's actually sending the stuff from here, but that's fine. We can just use a freighter eventually once it has enough. But one thing that I did notice, and I notice now, is that on Mimir, we just found, with the ordnance factory, we also found some electronic countermeasures. We've already had some of these. And we can't actually research that ourselves yet. What I can do is I can disassemble them to gain some knowledge. That's 50 points. It's not very much. Another 50 points. 200 points. 50 points. Another 50 points. So we got about 400 points to the research, but that's fine. It's still a decent amount of research. Now, we could have used those parts for our own purpose. We also do have a small jump gate construction module, but I don't want to destroy that one. Not yet, anyway. Right, what's there? So we're working on the deep space tracking station on Mimir. Actually, no, that's been paused because we don't have the minerals there. Right. And on Njord, what are we working on right now? We're working on more construction factories, maintenance facilities, speaking of which. Okay, the capacity is currently 2,600 tons. And some infrastructure. Start building some maintenance supplies eventually here. And some ordnance factories, so we can make this into some sort of outpost for later when we start really fighting the Ladur aliens. But right now I'm not going to worry about it too much. We still need to wait for a while to get on newer ships, especially the point defense ships. Okay, the spikes have completed their overhauls. Factory stored another terraforming installation on Mimir. That makes 4. Not bad. And some officers are getting promotions and such. Well, not promotions, but increasing their ratings. Which is pretty nice. Now, hopefully we can reach at least summer in this episode. Factory... Okay, beyond repair and another automated mine on Mimir. Okay, well that's good. I mean, more automated mines for Mimir is always nice. If we have a look, how many do they have already? 32. Which does amount to a decent bit of mining, but a lot of the accessibilities are rather small here. So it's not that huge amounts. I mean, in an earlier episode, I think in the previous recording session, well, anyway, I did point out that there's 1.2 million tons of resources on Sea of, and the accessibilities are, on average, rather small. But it is only a place that we do want to mine in. I mean, there's a few things. For example, over here, there's thorium and uranium that are very useful, which we can then use to produce a lot of fuel. I mean, we do have 17 million liters, actually. Not bad. Right, but let's keep on going. And it's still complaining about the mineral shortage, but there's not much I can do about that. Not yet, anyway. Until we get the mass driver there, On both of them, actually. Until we have mass drivers on both of them, we can't really do much. And by both, I mean the planet that I'm currently mining in and Mimir itself. Okay, there's some... well, I mean, there's just the usual unrest in Njord. But we've grown to accept that, so... well, expect and accept. Okay, team skill, one of the geological teams has increased. Surely one of the longboats has been completed. It's one of the longboats that have been there for a while now, because, well... there we are for a while, I think. Just survey completed on Searcher and nothing was found, okay. 13 abandoned maintenance facilities on Mimir, okay. That means that there's quite a bit already. Yeah, the maintenance facility maximum ship size is already 6,000 tons, which is not bad. If we get that a little bit higher, then we can start maintaining our military ships over there instead. To some degree, anyway. I mean, I suppose we don't have all the minerals there yet. I have a little bit of boronite, but not much. I presume we are actually not mining anywhere around here. This one doesn't even have boronite, and there was... okay, this one has a little bit of boronite. So even when we need the boronite, we can mine over there. So Mimir is going to be another place where we'll probably be producing a fair bit of things somewhere down the line. Oh, this one has a lot of boronite and uranium. Or at least good accessibilities. The quantities are decent. Right, so in Searcher, where are you in the list? Here. You did your survey. We disband you there. Did we survey this planet? We have surveyed that, okay. I think I'm going to let the team rest for now. I don't think there's anything too important that I need to survey right now. And they could be used for captaining ships and such, at least some of them. Factory restored. 6 cargo handling systems on the mirror, okay. Slightly unexpected, but I'll take it. And another longboat did complete their shortly. Conditional order, okay, so Axelian is heading back. And civilians have built another colony ship. Okay. Still don't have the jump points, or jump gates rather, so they won't be able to help us with, for example, Njord or anything like that, but eventually. Okay, we built the mass drivers on Valhalla. We started working on the capital ship engines. Although only 10 of them might not be very much, actually. Yeah, only 10 of them. I mean, they are fairly expensive, but if we have a look at the galley side, I'll increase that to 20. Because they are fairly good engines. Of course, we have now researched the lower fuel consumption, which, to be fair, would be useful, but I think we can survive without it for now. So we got some fuel reserves. We got 11 million liters there. Let's have a quick look at the whaling fleet again. How much do we have stored on those? Also, this one needs to be renamed. It's a second fisherman fleet there. And... oh, it's a fishing fleet, not fishermen. Okay. There we go. It's a bit easier to see, but yes, let's go and have a look at the whaling fleets here. So in Australia we got 11 million liters. That's a lot. We could actually go in and pick up the fuel from here, drop to Valhalla for example. Then Siofan has 4 million liters. And Humir has another 4 million liters. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not huge to be fair, but it's still something. Right. So 11 million liters. How much does the oiler have capacity? I get. Could technically pick up a 10 million liter. I think I'll wait for a month or two still and then go pick up some fuel from the Nostrand station or fleet, just so that there's enough for the logistics to refuel that there, because a lot of them are doing that. But considering that I'm still accumulating fuel, it's very promising. Okay, another freighter has been built by the civilians. Also, another thing that I should probably do at this point is oh, that was another shorter jump there. I think the aliens are up to something. What I think I'll do is I will send the... Let's have a look at the Patrol 1. They've been there for a while, so Patrol 2 probably don't run out of fuel. You used 20% in your previous trip, so it should be fine. Just gonna send to the Ladur jump point. Once you're there, I'm gonna send the other group back. The boat should have their missiles up and ready if need be. But yeah, clearly the aliens are doing something. Okay, another 200 abandoned infrastructure on Mimir, and another 4 electronic countermeasures, 1 on Mimir. I think I'm gonna keep on disassembling those countermeasures, just so that we can get the research. So if we disassemble that, another 50 points, 150, 150, and 250. Okay, so in total that was 600 points. Not bad. Not actually sure how much its total cost and how much we've actually researched with those, because we have not gotten all of that. Is it over here? Yeah, it should be under electronic warfare, and then it opens up the electronic countermeasures, which we haven't done yet. We'll probably do that eventually, though. At this point, I suspect that I've already gotten at least about 1,500 points or something like that to that, so it's a bit quicker. Okay, so we're going to get the match squadron jump radius in fairly soon, actually. The next tick. And then we're also going to get the microwave focal size soon. Did we queue up anything else for the energy weapons researcher? Turret tracking speed sounds about right. And first of all, first ultraviolet laser, then the turret tracking speed. Oh, we do have the electronic warfare queued up for the sensor researcher. Just going to take a while to actually get that far, but that's fine. Anything else that we'll be getting soon? Not really. It's mostly these two. Right, so one thing that I do need to make sure is that we have something else queued up over here. What I might do is actually build a few more fighter factories. I'm going to build another 25. And create that. Just so that even when we run out of things to produce, we are building another military academy, because I have a feeling that we will be running out of officers sooner or later. At least the crewmen and junior officers not, but like the actual officers, then yeah, those are a bit of a problem. But yeah, we've been finding a lot of stuff on Mimir. I'm pretty happy about that. At one point I calculated that about 20% of the installations have been up, or we've been unable to repair them, but okay, another fighter has been completed. Research completed for the jump radius started on capacity recharge rate 5. Crew morale failing on the patrol 1. Well, luckily they don't need to wait there for long. There we go. So patrol 1, how much fuel do you have? You used 25% of your fuel just to get here. Yeah, I'd rather leave you... Okay, well... Go through and start. I think I'm gonna use these to refuel at the whalers. Although, to be fair, just move there. We do have a fair bit of fuel at Valhalla right now. Not a huge amount, but it should be plenty to refuel these. So... Refuel, you don't need to resupply, but you do want an overhaul. Yeah, we got 2 of the fishing fleets over there. And where is the... Oh, Nord is over there. Good to know. Shipyard modified, 10,000 tons capacity added to the niche shipyard. We haven't actually renamed that. That's probably going to be the transport ships. And... oh, 3,000 tons of stored mercasium on Mimir. Nice. Oh, and one of the explorers had a maintenance problem on the jump drive, but that's been repaired. And Explorer 5 is unable to do anything. Let's have a look. Oh, wait a minute. Are you saying that you still have the... Yeah, you got the system bodies first. Let's switch them around. Okay, you're certainly not done there. Just running a bit low, I suppose. Let's have a look at the shipyard, though. Not there. I mean, taking a look here is also not a bad idea, I suppose. But over here, so it's already 30,000. Add in another 10,000. Should be done fairly quickly. It's going to be done in November and so forth. So we'll start then producing the transport ships here. Also, are we training crowd? Not actually all that much. Let's get the mobile infantry battalion over here. We are building our first headquarters over here, so we'll make it into mobile infantry regiment, I think. Or brigade, not regiment. Right, I think we will keep on going. But yeah, the turns are starting to take a fair bit of time here. Okay, team skill up. Oh, on the diplomatic team increased, fair enough. But not really anything else important. But yeah, the system... Oh, factories... Bandit automated mine and one was beyond repair, fair enough. In July we should be getting the next research, which was the... microwave focal size. I have to remember what it's called again, but yeah, that's what we'll be getting soon. I'm probably going to check how long of a range does it actually have to figure out how close the Pragmelian ship would have to be able to get to be able to blind the enemy. Okay, and another fuel refinery in Mimir, okay. I mentioned a problem on the ship in Mimir. Let's have a look at that. Oh, this is actually Mimir, not... Okay, yeah. That makes sense. But it still has plenty of maintenance supplies. Right. We should get the research now. Surely completed on Spike and Halvar, research completed for microwave focal science, and research started on ultraviolet lasers. Excellent, let's have a quick look at the microwaves, since I've actually never used them, I don't think. Power microwave. So on the level 1, you need capacitor 3 to actually have... Max range is 15,000, oh god, that is terrible. So it's essentially the same range as Mezzan's. Yeah, it's exactly the same range as Mezzan. Okay, so instead of special ship, it might also work as a fighter weapon. If we have a look at how big of a... It's actually the same size as Mezzan. Okay. Yeah, as a fighter weapon or fighter mounted weapon, it might work. But that would take away the stealth element for the most part. I mean, it's a small ship, so it does have a little bit of stealth, but you could use that. I mean, I suppose it's possible to make the fighter engine with some thermal reduction, so it could be the first wave of fighters going in, destroying the enemy sensors, and then soon after the other fighters coming in with the Mezzans and railguns and all that. It is a possibility, I suppose. But anyway, I think we're going to have to figure that one out later, since we are out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.